You know, we live in a highly romanticized culture, a culture where we have, romantic comedies that are really very funny. I love to watch them, but they give us the wrong impression. They give us this impression that there's one true soulmate out there for you, and you've got to find that perfect one, and actually you might be with the wrong person even if you're married to them right now, and you better trade them in because there's the true soulmate that awaits you, and when you find this person, you're going to live happily ever after because you're going to be so in love, and they will make you totally happy. They will be the source of your happiness. I mean, they're supposed to make you happy anyway, right? And there will be little or no work required on your part because you're just going to be so in love. Yeah, I don't see this to be true. It's not realistic, and it's also not biblical. In fact, Philippians 2, verses 3 and 4 paint a very different picture. It says, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit, but in humility consider others better than yourself. Each of you should look not only to your own interests, but the interest of others." Yeah, the Bible isn't so much about people should be making me happy as much as we should be giving and serving and loving others. So I wanted to just present, kind of debunk, if you will, a couple of marriage myths. Here they are, in no particular order. These are all myths. Your husband is supposed to be your source of happiness. Not true. Actually, God is the source of all joy and peace and love. He's actually the only one who will always be faithful, always love you perfectly, always be there, be your perfect security, be your perfect comfort. He's the only one you can totally count on. Men, even though you might find yourself a good one, they are imperfect. They're human beings. They will let you down occasionally. They are not a reliable source of security and happiness. Only God can fill that role. Here's another marriage myth. Happy couples never have conflict. Another myth. In fact, I always thought in my first marriage, yes, I've been married before, I always thought because we didn't argue, we had the perfect marriage. But you know what I was really doing? When you don't argue, when you don't ever have any conflict or disagreements, someone is stuffing everything. Maybe out of fear of conflict or whatever, but they're stuffing it. They're not addressing the issues. And you know what happens then? Resentment builds. And after it builds and builds and builds year after year, yeah, in the end, there's usually a huge explosion and a divorce. Myth number 3. If you find the right guy, a wonderful marriage will just happen. Actually, that's not true either. Good marriages actually take planning, intentionality, and effort. It doesn't just happen. Sorry, but I thought we should debunk and expose 3 marriage myths.